All right, welcome to the class. If it's the first time you practice with me, make sure you have two blocks or something similar, like two big books or water bottles to bring nearby. And it's always nice to have something like blanket or couch pillow for some padding through the practice, especially if you have sensitive knees or it's just nice to separate yourself from the icy cold mat. And once you get all those props, start coming to Sukhasana, cross-legged seated. And perhaps bring the unfamiliar leg to the front first. So whatever your instinct let you go one side of the leg, switch it around. And rest your hands somewhere that's not distracting. And start relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. And if you're like me coming from a busy place, you can start focus on a steady point on the ground. Or gradually close eyes. And regardless if your eyes are open or closed, start shifting some of your attention to the sound of your breathing. And use that as a tool to guide the rest of your attention inward. And of course, you're welcome to adjust your seated position if there's any discomfort, rise up. You're also welcome to come lie down on the back and knock the knees together, feet as wide as a mat. And we'll sit here for quite a quiet moment so we get familiar with the tool of breathing. So we can hold on to it through the practice for tonight. Just let, there may be some distracting thoughts rising up and flying by, just let them come and go. Just stay close to your tool. Stay close to your breathing. And with gaze steady on a point or eyes closed, start slowly shift your right ear toward the right shoulder. Get some nice stretch of the left side of the neck. Then roll your head toward the front, stretching the back of the neck, and roll it all the way to the left side, left ear toward the left shoulder. We'll do a couple more rounds like that. Rotate your right ear toward the right shoulder, and head to the front, chin to the chest, and left ear toward the left shoulder. And lift the chin up. Slowly right ear to the right shoulder, and chin to the chest. Left ear to the left shoulder. And next time, want everything back to neutral, switch direction. Left ear to the left shoulder first. Slowly, steadily. And right ear to the right shoulder. Lift the chin up toward the sky. Roll your neck. The next time when you head back to the center, shrug the shoulders toward the ears and rotate the shoulders toward the back and load it down. And spike the shoulders up and squeeze the shoulder blades together. Release the shoulders away from the ears. Release them down. Some shoulder rolls. And we'll switch direction as well. And once you're ready, bow the head toward the heart and slowly blink open the eyes. You can extend the legs forward and just to shake the bottom to the back of the legs against the ground if your legs start feeling numb. Once you're ready, grab the left foot with your both of the hands and just rock your knees side to side. Invite some mobility in the hip socket. Then release the hands away from the left foot. Release the left foot toward the ground, but leave a little bit space between the left foot and the ground. And try to maintain to that level. And start slowly. Turn your right knee in and bring the left foot all the way to the back. Keep it about the same level. Even though you cannot see your left foot anymore, but imagine it's still at the height of where you started. Then start slowly, bringing it all the way to the front. I'm gonna do it a couple more times. Slowly without a swing, but with control. Bring it to the back. And all the way back to the front. And last time. And this time without looking at the left foot, but imagine there's a wall behind the left heel and you're kicking that left heel into that wall. And rest your left foot down to the ground. Grab the left knee with the left hand, extend your right arm by the right ear. Take a long inhale, reach through the right fingertips. And exhale, side bend toward the left side. Let the right side body grow. And turn your chest towards the sky with a little bit twisting in the side bend. So a lot of shapes we're gonna do tonight are unfamiliar. They're not that classic yoga postures, but they serve as the same kind of tool for our yoga practice. One more long inhale through the right arm. Next, start slowly release your right hand to the right side. And all the way to by the side of the right hip. And swing your left arm by the left ear and press the pelvis up. There's not much of range of motion here. Long inhale, reach to the left fingertips. Exhale, release everything back to the ground. Release your left hand down. Extend your left leg forward. Both legs forward. You can shake it. The back of the legs against the ground. You can also knock the knees together, feet wide. Just windshield wiper knees side to side. we'll do the other side. Cross the legs, switch across. So if your left leg was the front and last round, bring the right leg to the front this time. And grab the knees with the hands. Inhale, bend to the elbows and puff the chest up. Almost like a cow in a seat. Exhale, straighten the arms and round the spine. Chin to the chest. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, round the spine. And flow in between as freely as how you usually do it in a table pose. So you can add any kind of movements. Once you're ready to come back to neutral, we'll start warm up our low back a little bit too. Just lean your torso to the right side and forward, and to the left side, and all the way come back up. Keep that momentum, keep that even joint. And we'll switch direction. Next time when your torso is back to the center, grab the right foot with both hands and just rocking it side to side. And release the right foot from the hands and keep it slightly up on the ground. Please control slowly. Bring the right foot all the way behind you until it's out of your sight. But imagine it's still in the same height as where you started. And inhale, bring all the way back to the front. Now exhale all the way to the back. If you need support, feel free to bring the hands to the ground. Otherwise, bring the hands as prayer in front of the heart. Next time, when your right foot is to the back, imagine there's a wall behind the sole of the right foot and you're stomping onto it a couple times. Then release the right foot down. Grab the right knee with the right hand. Extend your left arm by the left ear. Inhale, reach to the left hand. And exhale, bend to the right elbow and side bend to the right side. Return your ribcage, turn your chest up toward the sky to invite some twist in this shape. From a long inhale through the left arm. Next, start slowly, release the left hand to the left side. Bring the left hand by the side of the left hip and swing your right arm by the right ear and press your pelvis up. Inhale, lengthen to the right hand. Let the right side body continue to grow. Exhale, release the hips down, release your right arm. And carefully bring the right foot to the front. You can shake the legs, the back of the legs again. And the ground, you can also rinse your right foot again. Option 2, bring the hands behind you, come into a reverse table. So a lot of things will be optional through tonight's practice. You choose the one that works best for you. And once you're done with releasing the tension, Come down to the mat on your right side body. Bend your right elbow and use your right hand to support your head. And bring the left hand in front of you for extra support. And use the strength of the inner thighs and lift your both feet up from the ground. And we'll do the following flow strictly with the pace of your breathing. Inhale, move the left foot forward and right foot toward the back. Exhale, right foot in front of you, left foot behind you. Inhale, switch. And exhale, switch. So you're basically walking, but you're activating the muscles in your inner thighs. And also keep the bottom side waist activated as well. Find a steady point to focus on. We're about to do something funky, so listen carefully. Next time, when your left foot to the front, bend your left leg and step the left foot down in front of your right leg, so your right leg still lifted. It's not going to be much of a range of motion, but hold the right leg up toward the sky. One more time like that. And exhale, extend the left leg back, join the right leg, release both legs down. And come down onto your belly. Bring the hands by the chest, tuck the elbows in. Inhale, lift the chest up, baby cobra, Bhujangasana. Press firmly into the top of the feet and reach them away from the pelvis. And pull the chest forward. Place your arm with the chest up. Make sure your low back still spacious. Exhale, lower down. One more time like that. And next time when you release down, we'll do the other side. You stay where you are. I'm going to switch directions so you can see me better. Come lie down on your left side. Bend your left elbow and use your left hand to support your head. Bring your right hand in front of you for extra support. Bring the feet together and float both feet away from the ground. Inhale, pull your right leg toward the front, left foot toward the back. Exhale, switch. It's almost like you're walking in the space slowly. Big stride. Keep your inner thighs activated so they're floating. Next time, when your right foot to the front, bend your right foot, step the right foot down in front of your pelvis, and keep your left foot floating. And pulse the whole left leg. Use the inner thigh of the left leg. Pulse it up toward the sky. Then extend your right leg, join the left leg. And release both feet down and turn your chest toward the ground. Bring the hands by the chest. Inhale, lift the chest up, Bhujangasana. Exhale, release down. One more time like that. And this time, option to straighten the arms and lift your pelvis away from the ground into Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. And exhale, press the tailbones up into first downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. If this is the first down dog of yours today, take the time to bend through one leg and another, especially if you tend to have tight hamstrings. You can also rock forward into a high plank and roll back into a downward facing dog. I have really tight hamstrings. I often do some roll like this, but I cannot speak for you. I know some people wake up in the first morning, they can reach their toes easily. And find stillness in your downward facing dog. And lift your left leg up. Stack the left hip over the right, keep the left leg straight. Press more into the left hand so your chest still facing toward the ground, so there's that twist quality in this down dog split. Next, so draw the left knee into the left elbow. Inhale, kick the left leg straight back, stack the left hip over the right. Exhale, draw the left knee into the left elbow. Last time like that. Inhale, down dog split. Next, lightly step the left foot outside of the left hand. And we'll flow through some classic half split, but with your left leg slightly out. Find your blocks if you have them. Inhale, pull the chest forward. Next, straighten the left leg. Pin your left hip back. Pull the left toes towards you. Press the back of left leg toward the ground. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, straighten the left leg. The blocks will be there as a tool for support, but if you feel like it's limiting your range, option to lift the arms up in a low lunge and swing the arms to the back when you're in half split. And I forgot to mention, we were welcome to bring a blanket or a pillow underneath your right knee for some padding. And next time, both arms up. Bring the right hand down. Use your left hand, gently press your left knee open. If you have practiced with me for a long time, you know I really like this posture, so I do this all the time to open the hip sockets. So left foot is on the pinky edge of the left foot. You're using your left hand gently to press the left knee away from you and turn your chest up. Long inhale, reach the crown of the head toward the front. Exhale, revolve your ribcage up. Release your left hand down. Lift your back knee up and step your right foot outside of the right hand and sit into Malasana Yoga Squat. You can slide a block underneath your sacrum if you need that. And press your elbows into the thigh bones. Inhale, extend your left arm out, right arm up. Turn around so you can see it. And raise your left ear toward the left shoulder. Option to bring the right hand behind you for half bind. Then come back to center. Extend your right arm out, left arm up. Release your right ear toward the right shoulder. Continue to press the left knee open An option to bring the left hand to your back or snake it into your right hip crease for a half bind. And join hands in front of you again, and hands down, press your hips up. Shimmy your feet parallel with each other. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold the legs, Uttanasana. Right all the way up, hand through heart center, either side, Tadasana. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold the legs. Inhale, lengthen through. Next, step left and right. To release the knees down, especially if you have sensitive wrist. Otherwise, bend to the elbows. Tuck the elbows towards each other. You can also move halfway. Inhale, pull the chest forward. You can also release all the way down to the ground and come into a Bhujangasana. Next, we'll all meet in downward facing dog. And from downward facing dog, lift your right leg up, stack the right hip over the left. Press into the right palm so your chest still facing toward the ground. Exhale. Draw the right knee in the right elbow. The right leg up and straight. The right knee to the right elbow. Last time like that. Keep the right leg straight. Step the right foot outside the right hand. Release your left knee down. Find the blocks if you have them, depending on if you need them. Different side is different, so I would say be safe first, get the blocks. If you don't need them, you can remove them later. And inhale, spread the collarbones, low lunge. And exhale, straighten right leg, pull the right toes towards you into a half split, Ardha Hanumanasana. Inhale, option to raise up the arms in this low lunge. Exhale, half it off you. And flow in between with the pace of your breath. Next time when you're in low lunge, bend into the right leg. Release the left hand to the ground. Use your right hand to press your right knee open and come up onto the pinky edge of the right foot. And turn your chest up. Imagine you're squeezing water out of a wet towel in your chest, and your left leg is turning towards different directions. Release the right hand down. Lift your left knee up and step the left foot outside of the left hand and come into Malasana. In this Malasana, you can come into that half bind on each side. You can come into a full bind if you like to. Another thing I'm offering tonight is keep your hand in front of the heart and turn your left knee toward the ground, perhaps tap it lightly. Bring the left knee back up and turn your right knee toward the ground, perhaps tap it lightly. Bring the right knee up. We'll switch in between. This is a lot of work on our hip socket mobility. So only to the point that your physical body is allowing you to, instead of pushing it too hard. Regardless if you're in a bind or if you're in a flow of tapping the knee to the ground. Bring the hands down into the ground and lift your tailbones up. Shimmy the feet close to each other. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold over the legs. Rise up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hand through heart center. By the side Tadasana. We'll flow through some water salute today. If you have other kind of salute that you like to include in practice, please go for it. Otherwise, I'll guide you through the round first. Cross your legs with the left foot in front of you first. And before we start, just get used to hugging your thigh bones into each other, so you are in a stable foundation, even though your legs is in a unfamiliar shape. And inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, length. Step the right foot to the left back corner of the mat. Release your right knee down. Inhale, arms up. Cross leg, lunge. Exhale, bring the hands down. And step the left foot to be in front of your right. It's more like underneath the right at this point. Bend through the elbows. Come into Bhujangasana. You can also pull the chest forward into upward facing dog with your right leg on top. And press the tailbones up. And step the right foot to the left hand. Release your left knee down. Raise up the arms once you get a steady foundation, the slow lunge. And release both hands down. And step your left hand lightly behind the right. And fold over the legs. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold over the legs and rise all the way up, hugging the thigh bones into each other. And heading through heart center. That is one side, we'll do the other side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Step the left foot to the right back corner of the mat. Release the left knee down. Both arms up. And hands down. Step the right foot to be underneath your left into a high plank. Bend through the elbows. Inhale, pull the chest forward. Bhujangasana, upward facing dog. And exhale, press the tailbones up, downward facing dog. Step the left foot to where your right hand is. Release your right knee, both arms up and hands down. Step your right foot behind the left. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold over the legs. Rise all the way up. And hand through heart center. We're back where we started. We'll flow like that together for one more round. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Step the right foot to the left back corner of the mat. Release your right knee down. Raise up the arms. Both hands down. Step the left foot underneath your right. Bend through the elbows. Inhale, back bend of your choice. Exhale, roll into downward facing dog with the right leg on top. Step the right foot to the left hand. Release the left knee down. Both arms up. Hands down, step the left foot behind the right, lightly landing. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold over the legs. Rise all the way up. Exhale, hand through heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Step the left foot to the right back corner of the mat. Release left knee down. Both arms up. The hands down. Step the right foot back. Move to Vinyasa. We're all made in downward facing dog. Step the left foot to the right hand. Both arms up. Release the hands down, step the right foot behind the left foot. Inhale, lengthen to the spine. Exhale, fold over the legs. Rise all the way up. Hands to heart center. Tadasana. Float one more round on your own. So you can give your space to master this tool. If you'd rather go back to a classic sense alert, feel free to do so. And otherwise, I'll stay quiet. It's okay if you don't quite remember the flow, just let your body guide you through it. There's no right or wrong shape or right or wrong flow. You can certainly use this opportunity to sit down into child pose or into a comfortable seat for a brief meditation, if that suits you better. Just still flowing. Take your time to arrive at the front of the mat. If you already arrived at the front of the mat, you can stay in intentional Tadasana. You can also bring the feet as wide as the mat, toes slightly out, and start slowly drop your hips toward the ground into your Malasana. In a Malasana, option to stay in this Malasana, and I'll guide you through a couple of bodies, skull shining breath. If you have been suffering from abdominal pain or you're expecting a light coming, I would say stay in Malasana and skip this breathing practice. And if sitting in Malasana is limiting from focusing on your breathing practice, you can sit on a block so you have more support underneath you. And bring the hands in front of the belly. Take a long breath in, and we'll let everything out. And take a half breath in. Then we snap everything out. And naturally, that will bring the next cycle of half breath in. And we'll stringify that action together. Take a long, steady inhale. Now exhale, let everything out. And half breath in. And begin. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a long breath in, holding at the top. And now exhale, let everything out. So you can stay in there and try another round of Kapalabhati. If arm balancing is in your practice today, you're also welcome to do a crow pose. With the flow and Kapalabhati, hopefully your body has built enough heat for you to come up onto your arms. If you are coming into crow pose, bring the hands in front of you, shoulder distance, and bring the gaze slightly between the hands and slightly forward. Bring the knees to the upper arm bones or armpit. Lean your weight into the hands and pull one heel into the sit bone. You can switch in between. You can also squeeze both heels close to your sit bones into Bakasana, crow pose. If this is the first time, you can also start from a block. So you step onto a block and bring the hands onto the ground, and the rest are the same. If you can into Bakasana, you spend some time, roll around the wrist to release the tension. You can also step your feet on the top of the hands into a gorilla pose. And we'll all meet in the Balasana, child pose. Press your hands into the mat and press your hips toward the heels. And use this moment just to reflect our relationship with our tools so far. Like how are we using it to help us to progress on the path of yoga? Are we too attached to the tools? All the shapes we've been through tonight is just as same tools as any other classic shapes we've done before. And all of them is just a tool to help us to see truthfulness within us. And once you're ready, tuck your toes, roll your tailbones up into a downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up, bend your left knee. Then step the left foot outside of your left hand. Keep your right hand down. Option to use your left hand to push your left knee slightly open. An option to float up your left arm into a simple twist with some hip opening. Option to release your right knee down if you need the support. They're all same kind of tool to get us to the same direction. And release your left hand down, release your left foot down, and step your right foot lightly, so watch carefully. Lift up your right foot and extend your right foot to the left side of you, far away from the mat. And lift up your left arm. So we're stretching the left outer hip in this shape and activating the inner thigh of your right leg. Bring the left hand down and step your right foot back. Lift up your left arm back into a simple twist. We'll flow in between like that. Release your left hand down. Extend your right leg to the left side of you. Left arm up. Left hand down. Step the right foot back to the back of the mat. Left arm up. And left hand down. Step the right foot to the left side. Left arm up. I really do not have a Sanskrit name for this kind of shape. It does not mean that it is less of a tool for our yoga practice. Last time we'll flow like this. And this is the first round. The next time when your right foot is back into a simple twist, Walk your left foot slightly to the left side in the middle of the mat. Press into your right palm, left hand up. Extend the left arm by the left ear. Exhale, release your right hip onto the ground. Release your left hand toward the left foot, to the right foot rather. Inhale, press the pelvis up. Left arm by the left ear. Exhale, release the right hip down. Left hand toward the right foot. Last time like that. Move the left hand down, turn your chest toward the ground first, then cross your left ankle over the right knee. Then press your tailbones up into a downward facing dog but with a figure four of the legs. Then start walk the left hand back, right hand back. Both hands. Excuse me, I should have reminded you to bring the blocks to the back of the mat first. So if you need blocks, bring the blocks to the back and rest your hands onto the block. You can also bring yourself close to the wall and rest your hands on the wall. You can also bring the hands on top of your left thigh. Just add some opening to the left hip into a figure four. Focus on a steady point. Use it as a tool to steady your mind. Next, slide your left foot down and fold over the legs. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Next, walk your hands toward the front. Release your knees down. Push your hips towards your heels into a child pose. Interlace your fingertips and roll around the wrist. So hopefully you're slightly more familiar with the flow if you're doing the other side. Tuck the toes and come in to downward facing dog. Stand your right leg up, bend your right knee, stack the right hip over the left. And step the right foot outside of right hand. Left hand down. Use the right hand, gently press the right knee open. Option to float up your right arm. Inhale, lengthen to the right hand. Exhale, rotate through the spine and turn your chest up. Release the right hand down. Lift your back foot up and step the left foot to the far right side of you. Inhale, lift the right arm up. Let me turn around so you can see me. Next, release your right hand down and step your left foot to the back and right hand up. Release your right hand down, step your left foot to the right side of you. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, release your right hand down, step your left foot back. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, right hand down, step your left foot to the right side. Inhale, raise up the right arm. Exhale, step your left foot back. We'll shift your right foot slightly to the mid part of your mat and turn up onto the pinky edge of the left foot. Extend the right arm up. Bring the right arm by the right ear. Inhale, lengthen to the right side of the body. So release your left hip down, bring the right hand toward the left foot. Inhale, bring the pelvis up. Direction. Exhale, release the left hip down. Inhale up. Exhale. Left hip down. Last time up. Bring the right hand down to the ground first and turn your chest towards the ground. So you find some twist in this before you move. And bring the right ankle over the left knee. You can push the tailbones up into a down dog with a figure 4. Then start walk the right hand towards the back until your both hands getting close to the left foot. Your hands can be on the ground, can be on the blocks, or bring the prayer on top of the right leg. Flex the right foot into this figure 4. Find a steady point to focus your mind, then use that to steady your breath. And steadiness of your shape will follow. Glide the right foot down and fold over the legs. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Now exhale, fold over the legs and walk yourself to the front into a downward facing dog. And rest your knees down. Come into a child pose, Balasana. Interlace the hands and roll around the wrists. And we'll flow through each side with a little bit add-on. So take your time to rest a little bit before we move again. Once you're ready to move, tuck the toes, press the tailbones up into downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Bend the left knee, stack the left hip over the right and press into the left hand so your chest still facing toward the ground. Option to stay here. Option to lightly step the left foot behind you. Extend your left arm by the left ear for a wild thing. Press the pelvis up, standing strong to the left foot. And carefully, left hand down. And come back to center. Draw the left knee into the left elbow. Then to the right elbow. And kick the left foot to the right side. Found. Option 2, use the strength of the inner left thigh. Lift it slightly off from the ground and draw it back to the chest. And then step the left foot outside of the left hand. Lift up the left hand, simple twist. And release the left hand down. Step the right foot to the left side. So option 2, stay there. Option 2, use the strength of the inner thigh of the right leg and lift up from the ground. It's not going to be much. It's just to put into the effort toward direction. Then keep it floating and bring it all the way to the back of the mat. We're back to a runner's lunge. Then shift to your left foot to the mid part of the mat. We're back into that pose left arm by the left ear or toward the sky. You can release the hips down to the ground and pose up again. Option to release the left hand down, and from there, see if you can lift your right leg slightly off from the ground. Release your right foot down. Cross your left knee over the right, cross your left ankle over the right knee. Walk your left hand back forward, back, right hand. Then bring the hands all the way to the back of the mat into a figure 4. So find the blocks if you need them. And another thing that and then for another thing offering tonight is you can bring the hands to a prayer. Bring the left elbow on foot. And twist your left hand and blank it with your right and twist to the right side. Either way, we'll meet in folding over the legs. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. And exhale, fold over the legs and start walk yourself into a downward facing dog. And release the knees down into a child pose. So there's a lot of unfamiliar shape in this side as well. But all of those just as a tool to activate the strength of our inner thighs. So we're gonna move through the other round with the same purpose. Once you're ready, come into downward facing dog. Lift up the right leg, bend the right knee, stack the right hip over the left. Option to stay here. Option to lightly step the right foot behind you. Extend the right arm by the right ear. Press the pelvis up. And carefully come back to center. Bring the right knee to the right elbow. To the left elbow. Kick the right leg out. Option to stay there. Option to straight dive the right knee into the chest. Step the right foot outside of the right hand. Option to release your back knee down and rise up the right arm into a twist. Inhale, lengthen through the right hand. Exhale, release your right hand down. And step your left foot to the right side. Up the right arm. Option to stay there. Option to use the strength of the left inner thigh to lift your left foot slightly off on the ground. Draw the left knee in and step the left foot back. We're back into a runner's lunge. Release your right hand down. Shift your right foot to the mid of the mat. Come up onto the pinky to the left foot. You can extend the right arm up to the pose in between. Release the left hip down, then come up. Another thing you can do is release the right hand down. Just lift your left knee, your left foot off from the ground. Release the left foot down if it's lifted. And cross the right foot, right ankle over the left knee into downward facing dog. Step the right hand, left hand Right hand, left hand to the back of the mat into a figure four. Flex the right foot, press the right knee open. Your hands can be on the ground, on the blocks, or on the right thigh. Option to stay here. Option two, bring the right elbow onto the bottom of the right foot. And fist the right hand, blanket with the left. Gaze to the left side. And turn the chest. And start slowly. Come out of it. And fold over the legs. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold over the legs and walk yourself back or facing dog. Release your knees down. And press your hips toward the toward the heels. Interlace the hands. Roll around the wrist. This is where you can start slowing things down and getting ready for Shavasana. If you still have more energy, we still have a little more active postures. But if you decide to stay in child pose, don't worry, you're not missing out much. And if you decide to do a little bit more active posture with me, come up to standing and cross the right leg, right ankle over the left knee. And come into figure four, flex the right foot. And as usual, you can keep your hands on the ground or onto the blocks or do the twist and choose one of them to stay. You can also just go for a crow pose if that suits you better. And now one of my offering tonight is dragonfly pose. So you bring the right elbow onto the bottom of the right foot first and twisting to the left side. And from there, you can release your hands onto the ground. And bend through the elbows and use the strength of the inner thigh of left leg. Straighten it out, lift it from the ground. If you decide to give it a try, after done with it, make sure you roll around the wrist, release the tension from the wrist. And if you went with crow pose, because it's already a symmetric posture, so you can come into Shavasana early. You can also do another round of crow pose and see if you can hold it longer. And we'll try the other side for dragonfly. Because my left hip is not as open as my right, so my left side is much more limited compared to my right. Same thing, if you want to do dragonfly, bring the elbow to the bottom of the foot first, and bring the hands down to the ground. And bend through the elbows, and lean your weight onto it, and take the right leg out. My left side is not as open. Once you're done with playing, bring yourself onto the ground. Bring the blocks close to you so you don't have to climb back up for your Shavasana. Bring the blanket close to you. Draw the feet close to the sit bones. Stack your arms above the head with left arm bone on top. And lift your pelvis up into a bridge pose. You can stay in this active bridge pose. If you feel like it does not match with your energy level, you can slide a block underneath your sacrum. Just let things start slowing down, especially if you have done those arm balancing, which can be really invigorating. And 3 to 5 rounds of breath here. You start putting the tools of posture away. We'll revisit it in the future, but for now, bring back the tool of breathing close to you for now. If you're on a block, turn the block to the lowest height and rest your sacrum onto the block. Then extend the legs up toward the sky into a restive inversion. If you're near a wall, bring yourself close to the wall and just rest the legs onto the wall. If your body is craving for some hamstring stretch and you happen to have another person near you who is not practicing, they can stand in front of your legs and press the arms onto the bottom of the feet. It's really therapeutic and it helps stretching the hamstrings as well. We've been so focusing on activating the legs, letting them do the efforts. So give it a chance for now to just let them to rest and let the blood flow back to your torso. And remember, all of these postures serve as a tool for us to bring our practice off the mat with us. Whenever you're ready, start slowly lowering down both feet. Lift your pelvis slightly up and move the block to the side. If you have any other posture you'd like to include in your practice tonight, please go for it, but do try to make it symmetric. And if you're ready to Shavasana, bring a blanket over the pelvis to make it a little bit more grounding. And because the ground can be slightly cold in this kind of day, so you can bring the blocks, just rest your hands onto the blocks, and that gives you some wrist stretch as well, especially if you work with computers, keyboards a lot. Just relax the shoulders, the shoulder blades, relax the low back. Let the knees fall toward the ground. feet naturally drape open. Whenever you're ready. Shavasana. If Shavasana does not work for you, you can also come up onto a seated pose. Let's do a meditation. As usual, if you don't have anywhere to rush to after practice, feel free to stay where you are. If you're ready to come out of the practice, wiggling the toes, the fingertips. Gently sway the head side to side. And no rush at all. Carefully bend one leg and another into the chest. Go onto one side. And practice this navigation back to seat just as thoughtful as any other postures you've been through tonight. We all meet in a comfortable seat with our palms facing down and gaze on a steady point or fully closed. And before we close our practice, use this quiet moment to reflect again on your relationship with the tools you have been using tonight through the practice. Can be the breathing, can be the postures. Can be the props. Take one more long inhale together. Next, exhale, steady, let everything out. And get the hand in front of the heart with prayer. And bow your head toward the heart. Thank you so much for practicing with me tonight. And look forward to see you again next week. And whenever you're ready, slowly blink open the eyes. Thank you so much.